What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to a special episode of Living Life Intently. This is kind of a special edition podcast that we recorded almost a month ago now. It was after or the day after our summer season opener concert and party and barbecue that we host every year. This is a collaboration with the Bite House with our Northern Barbecue series. Obviously, a lot of meat involved, big meat party. And this year we had Mr. Garrett Mason join us to play again on the hill here at Live Life Intense. And what a bash it was. The food was amazing. The music was amazing. Factory Girls opened up for Garrett, and Garrett ripped it as usual. But we were lucky enough to convince him to sit down with Canary and I the next day and just have a little impromptu conversation, which was kind of how this podcast was supposed to have started originally back in, I think, 2018, was interviewing people that came through the campground, cool characters, different stories, different adventures, all kinds of stuff. But anyways, yeah, we had fun recording this podcast. But before we jump into it, I'm just going to tell you about a few things that we have coming up here at Live Life Intense. This coming Sunday, July 31st, we're hosting another concert with Big Country Ramblers and Lookout Tower, which is Chef Brian Picard from the Bite House. That's his band. It's going to be a great show. We're pretty much like 3/4 of the way sold out for this one. So if you want to grab tickets, if you're in Cape Breton, let us know. Head to the website and reserve those ASAP. Other than that, we have on August 6th, the Anything That Floats race. That's an annual kind of like family fun day. It's a part of the Margaree Summer Festival, but this starts at Tanner's Run, which is part of our normal tube route. It's for all ages. Build anything you think that will float. Bring a canoe, kayak, paddleboard, tube, whatever. It's free for everybody to enter, and then there's a barbecue afterwards at the library. We'll also be hosting a special barbecue pop-up with Island Sauce Company. So if you've listened to previous episodes with Kevin who owns Island Sauce Company, those guys are going to be down here on the 6th as well. We also have our Seawall Trail guided trips coming up in September 15th and the 29th. So if you have any interest in doing multi-day backcountry trips over the actual Seawall Trail, like the crew from the Seawall Trail Society shared their proposed route. So not many people have done this before, if any, and we'll be one of the first groups going through the actual route, which is pretty awesome. Other than that, I just want to leave you guys with a little bit of an excerpt from the concert from July 1st, our season opener with Garrett Mason, and then we're going to jump right into the podcast. Anyways, we'll see you sometime soon. If you're around Marguerite, just stop in and say hi. Okay, peace.
It was the song of the summer. She was the girl of the year. I'm not the boy that I used to be. That guy is so far from here. Now I hear a sound from a building. I hear a sound at the bar. I know a guy that knows a guy named Noah. He's got a Yamaha acoustic guitar. He's singing, I want a girl that'll live forever. Wouldn't that be nice? If you can dream of the perfect vacation, don't resist paradise. Everybody wants to believe in something, even if it's nothing at all. Everybody got to have a reason to live, even if it's just to go to the mall. You go to school, then you wake up, then you go to school again. Then they ask you what you want to do with your life. I said I just want it back again. Yeah, I want a love that'll live forever. Wouldn't that be nice? If you can dream of the perfect vacation, don't resist paradise.
So yeah, we're sitting here with Garrett Mason. Oh yeah, there you go. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah, nice to be sitting here with you guys.
To clarify, I wasn't asking you to do a podcast with me. Technically, yes. Last night, for people that are wondering what I'm saying.
But we're not starting a new podcast enterprise.
Yeah, I thought you said you want to do a podcast, like you want to start one or something, you know, like a weekly thing or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, you know,
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, we had fun last night.
Yeah, it was half decent.
Crowd was really into it.
Were they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably couldn't see it from where you're at, but
I couldn't tell. I just had a bunch of sweat rolling in my eyes there, so couldn't really see too much.
yeah. But yeah, no, it was a good turnout, great turnout.
Yeah, it usually is here.
A lot of walk-ups too. A lot of neighbors that walked up.
Oh, good.
Randomly, and then did you eat the food?
Yeah, that was something good, eh, babe?
Did you try the green garlic sauce?
Oh
Is
my
that
God.
what that was? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a guacamole type thing.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
cover my whole body in that. That's unreal.
And the guy from Stewiacke do that, cure cancer or something.
So yeah, this has been like this format of like people coming through here to sit down and just have a conversation was the kind of like the idea of this whole podcast, which then got sidetracked because we needed to schedule things in because my summers are just too shit show crazy. So
Yeah, but we figured we'd like sit down and do like a mid off season little, you know what I mean, reminder, keep everybody engaged.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys get other people to play up here too?
yeah, so with everything I had going on this spring, there's only a couple shows. There's like the Big Country and Lookout Tower. So Brian, who cooked last night, Brian Picard, he's got a band called Lookout Tower. They just are you recording them or Jamie Folds recorded them?
Jamie recorded the record, and I'm doing a live off the floor kind of tiny desk concert kind of thing with them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so them,
I
and
like
then
that stuff.
that's pretty much going to be it for the year here, unless like a couple other people want to book shows here, and then they just approach me, and I just let them use the space.
Nice.
And just,
Brian, is that the chef guy, the big tall guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the tall Brian.
Oh,
No,
not tall Brian.
No, shorter Brian.
Shorter Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah, not tall guy.
Oh, okay.
No.
yeah, it's stellar. That tuna last night was just like next level.
Yeah, that was what I was all about.
Yeah.
So for those listening, we had a barbecue last night and a concert. So if you're trying to figure out what we're talking about, we didn't really preempt
ate
any
good food.
Yeah, Brian
It was
cooked.
good.
We had pork ribs, seared tuna. He did that. It was rhubarb barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And then he did the cowboy beans, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were crazy.
They're my favorite.
was some
I
of
didn't
the
know
best
you
food,
recorded
yeah.
the Factory Girls.
I did, yeah, at my house, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I was just got a tape machine, old tape machine, and it worked good. And so I just say, come on over to the house and we'll see what we can do, you know.
Cool.
And we were, like they said, that we were using the bathroom. We had like an amp in the bathroom and stuff. So I had some mics in there, and then people had to use the bathroom and stuff. So I'd hear it through the headphones a little bit, and then I'd put them down, you know, because I'm not really into that kind of thing.
That's that was a Led Zeppelin trick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Empty the toilet and put the amp in the toilet.
Yeah.
I think.
Just different sound isolation or something like that, you know, just to keep the vocals separate from the guitar and stuff, and
Cool.
for mixing and stuff. It was probably a stupid idea. It probably would have sounded better if I did it another way, but you just got to try different things and stuff. And
That's right.
it turned out to sound good, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
their record is good.
I don't know if they're going to release it or what. Or
I've heard like pieces of it.
yeah,
It's really good.
yeah, I thought it was all right. You know, I love them. Factory Girls, geez, man, they got some good songs. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good set last night. My parents were here last night, and my dad I told you this last night. My dad really wanted to see you for a long time, and my mom said, "Geez, Danny, some good." My dad said, "Well, imagine what he could do if he opened up his eyes. He's playing with his eyes closed the whole time."
Yeah, I tend to do that once in a while.
Mike Van said, "Oh man, he's a mind melter or something like that." I said, "Yeah, he's probably only at 60%. If he went 100%, he'd be up for triple homicides. 3 of these people in this crowd, their brain would be leaking right out of their ear."
Well,
Slaying that bass last night was crazy.
Oh, thanks, Canary.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Thanks, man.
How did you come about developing your sound?
Oh, just different guys, you know, from that I grew up with around around Halifax, and you know, my old man being a musician, a lot of guys would come through town and in Truro, and it's sitting in the living room playing guitar and stuff like that, you know. So, and actually, it's funny because you never know who you're going to run across here. But one of my favorite guitar players was here last night, who from Halifax, Matt Hebb. And man, he's awesome. And I hadn't seen him in years, and he was just sitting there right in front the whole time. I was like, oh Jesus,
Cool.
you know. But yeah, just different guys around, and just experiment with different things and stuff. And you know, I'm still trying to develop a sound. It's not there yet. You ask her about it, she hears me complain about it all the time and stuff. You know.
Way.
Dude, I think that sounds. There's a sound there.
There's some kind of sound. It's not quite there yet, but I'll work on it. I'll get there.
I mean, you know, coming from an audio engineering perspective, just the tube amps and the vocal preamp and the ribbon mic in combination is like,
You like it? Yeah.
oh my God, it's like butter to your ears.
Oh, good, man. That's good to hear.
You know, and anybody who knows anything about that sound, you can't fake. I mean, you can have all the digital gear in the world, and you just can't fake that warmth.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's hard to get it that going on a computer, I find.
Yeah.
You know, but I wish I could do it digitally and get one of those digital amps, you know, and just take it everywhere and sound the same. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try one of those digital amps, because I haven't yet.
No?
No.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it. People are saying they're good, but, you know, I'll give it an honest...
When you can't lift the tube amp anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're old enough, you can't lift the tube amp.
Yeah.
You maybe get something like that.
That's right. I'm not doing too bad so far right now. It's a good workout.
Yeah.
You know, for the shoulders. I bought that amp off a guy, actually. No, that was another amp I had, but I bought it off him because it threw his shoulder out of a socket or something like that. He said, I can't lift it anymore. So...
Yeah, that's mark of quality gear right there.
You know, if it's heavy, it must have some sound to it. It must mean something. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, I like it.
Call. Everything's ringing.
Non-stop.
Dude, all the shipping container, the shop's probably all ringing. All the iPads and the music stop.
So you got any gigs coming up?
I got some gigage going on this summer,
Yeah.
A lot of things. The only thing I can tell you is I'm playing Barrellies in Halifax every Tuesday. Been doing that for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
And then every Friday at New Scotland Brewery in Dartmouth.
Oh, cool.
That's been going like a year now.
We visited New Scotland when we were down in Halifax last. Their new location. It was
new location's cool.
Yeah, they were just like renovating it the time we did a little bit of a tour of it.
Yeah.
And just the stonework in there. And did you notice the weird things in the stonework?
No.
They're like weird figurines.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, buddy, when you're walking up the hall to the bathroom, keep an eye out in the brick.
Oh, yeah.
For weird looking figures that somebody embedded in the brickwork. Yeah.
Did they put that in, or is that just old stuff?
It's old.
Yeah,
it's old.
It was old.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to do a podcast with those guys, and then they had something happened. Like something happened at the brewery.
Yeah.
Some disaster.
Supply chain catastrophe, same as the rest of the world.
Yeah,
so we had to bounce, but we got to tour the spot. So that was a connection through Mike Bardsley. I don't know if you ever met Mike.
I don't know if I did.
He's doing a little bit of marketing stuff. He came on the Highlands hike with us. He used to work for this company called Revolve Branding. So he linked that up, and anyways, we did the tour and had some food and that sort of stuff. But yeah. But
you guys got good voices for radio and podcasts and stuff, you know? Yeah, this is gonna be good. I can start a radio station here.
I've gotten the compliment that I have the face for radio.
Yeah,
I've gotten that
heard
before.
That too.
Yeah. Well, listen, this was really great sitting down, and I
want to talk more.
Okay.
All right. Sick. All right.
Keep it going.
We weren't sure. We weren't sure. You know.
I'll get more geared up. Here.
All right. Let's do it.
Well, yeah. The how was it growing up with your dad being Dutch Mason? Right.
Oh, it was weird, man.
Well, not but involved in that. You know, that scene. You're kind of like engraved into the music scene as a young age.
Yeah.
So that was probably pretty interesting. Met some pretty cool cats along the way.
I met a lot of strange characters, man. Just and not just because of the music, but because the old man, all he liked to do when he wasn't playing music was go to flea markets and read the classified section and buy and trade and sell. And I was his little helper boy, you know, because he had arthritis and stuff. So I'd have to pick up the TV or pick up the couch and put together the stereo. And, you know, we go like, geez, every couple months we'd have a new TV and we have to sell it because he was selling this one to this guy and that and stuff. So I was, you know, and the people you meet doing that stuff, like the flea market people and the, you know, it was just freaking crazy, man. I loved it though. It was just the characters were just unbelievable. These guys, half these guys, you know.
Yeah, there's an old guy in Truro that Dad used to buy honey off of.
Yeah,
not flea market, but I can't remember the guy's name. And every time we went through, because Dad has a bunch of like 18-wheelers and stuff, and used to haul firewood and whatever up to Truro, and we always went to Big Stop, and then we pick up parts there, and then we'd always stop at this guy's, Ponderosa. When Ponderosa was there, we'd eat a Ponderosa every time.
Yeah, the buffet, Ponderosa buffet.
Yeah, I just got like the steak. It was kind of like Mother Webb's. It's this like thin little minute steak, and you slap it on. But and then we go see this guy and he had all these honey hives or beehives around his house. And when you walked in his house, it was just like floor to ceiling magazines, and then this room was full of honey stuff, and it was just like a disaster. Kind of like this house was before I cleaned it up before you guys came in. Chaos.
You find inspiration from any of those characters?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I wrote any songs about them or anything, but just the fact that they were just unique people doing their own thing. I mean, there was people there that they were, they had all the money in the world and stuff, found out later, but they'd be at the flea market every week selling just, junk. And, but they just liked it because they liked to socialize, and they were living in trailers. But one guy turned out, he was a millionaire or something like that, but you never know to see him, but it was all just, I think I learned a lesson just about living. If you're happy, just living your life, doing some simple things, then you can get some enjoyment out of that. So
right.
That was it. That was, I think, what I took away.
Yeah.
Most of that stuff.
So that's the angle, not to jump on social media and not do any of that shit, eh? Yeah. I like that part too. I wish that I could do that, but
I get addicted to it. When I did have it, I'd be checking it all the time and stuff, and and then everybody in the world's trying to get a hold of you to play their back deck, for their pig roast or whatnot, and it's just I just don't have the time to go around and do all that stuff. So, and I don't like saying no to people, so I just kind of stay away from the whole social media thing.
But it does kind of help too. I was talking about this, I don't know if with you, John, yesterday, but the scene here, the barbecue, yes, we promote it, but it's a lot of like, you got to know type deal, and the being off social media sort of deal. Like,
and it works.
It works in a different way, because instead of being in front of everybody all the time, people talk about you. Yeah, like, oh, you got to go see this guy play, and then we search online. I remember when we first did the show down here, I was looking online. There wasn't much. There was some CBC stuff. I think you guys, was it CBC? Probably. Anyway, they had some clips of you with a band. I think at Jazz Festival in Halifax, maybe.
Right. Yeah, they did that good.
And then you released album on it, and then that's over the last couple of years been more stuff coming out. But at first, I was like looking for video stuff just to put on the website, and I was like, no, that was the only video I could find.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. There's some stuff out there now, I think, on YouTube and stuff. And I should make some videos, maybe. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Just put my own stuff.
But I think it does work in your favor too. It's more about word of mouth.
It seems to, I guess, because most places I go to, it's I got to get a good crowd going, and thank God, and, I'm blessed because of that. But
well, that like person to person recommendation is so much more valuable.
Yeah, it's
meaningful than it is like an event shared on someone's timeline.
Yeah.
Like saying, like, I got my mind blown last night. People are like, all right, I want that.
Well, it's good if they say that, yeah. But
some more than others. But,
I just don't like being on social media and saying, hey, look at me, listen to me, and stuff like that. That's just not my style, I guess. But anybody else can do it. I got no problem with that. I like it. I'm watching that stuff on YouTube all the time, watching local people. Listen to local radio stations. I love it, But I listen to the local radio station, and I'm glad that they don't play my music because I wouldn't want to hear it. So, you know,
isn't that the classic way, right? It's like the music that I produce and release for like dance music stuff. I never play it and I never listen to it. And I'm fucking sick and tired of it. So,
are you?
Well, I haven't done anything in 3 years, but it's all in boxes in that room over there. But yeah, when people would be listening to it, like I'd get text message from people in Vegas. They're like, "Hey, we came to Vegas and this guy in his nightclub's playing one of your songs."
Cool.
I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
Fucking made it in this room upstairs with like a hot plate and no insulation in the house, sleeping on a couch.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do just in your home.
Some guy in fucking Vegas is playing it in like a 5,000 person nightclub. Like, interesting. Right. It's kind of crazy.
That's really cool, man.
But it's about, it's like, you know, at the end of it, because you go through the way my experience with it was more or less like you listen to it so many goddamn times.
That's right.
Over and over and over and over again. I'm like, I do not want to hear, I just want this to be done.
Yeah, it gets right ingrained into you.
Yeah, and I was involved with this course when I was renovating this house, actually, doing like kind of like teaching fundamentals and put you in with like mentors. It was like a full year program, and every quarter they would put you with a mentor. So like one of the guys, I forget what his name was, he was on like a writing team for like Katy Perry's album, the big one that blew up. So
she loves Katy Perry.
But like the guys that wrote for, you know, a big name. So the question that I would have would be like, you know, how do you not get stagnant when you're doing something and working on it? And how does that not become stagnant and you just want to throw it away? Or how do you get stuck and fight through roadblocks in building out a format or building a progression or whatever? And, you know, the tools, even though I hated all the music that they made, it was the experience and the tools that they used and the way that they approached it was how that's the value I get out of it. And then I applied it not just to doing the music when I was doing it, but also like everything around here. Right. So don't spend too much time and get burnt out, but just pick at it, put it away, go back to it, put it away.
Yeah. The best advice I ever got was the first guitar teacher I had, Wade Brown. He just taught me how to play a few things, and he just said, just play when you want to, you know, don't try to force it. Just if you want to do it, then that's the best way to go. And I try to follow that, you know, and it still makes it so I enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's not like just a thing to slave over and stuff. Although I do get like that sometimes where I got to put it down, you know. Otherwise I just get sick of it, you know, so.
You do much touring outside of Nova Scotia?
Maritime stuff, PEI. Going PEI actually Monday.
Are you?
Played the trail side. Yeah.
Cool.
And just maritime right now, just so I can drive around.
Yeah.
And you know, do some once in a while, go to Ontario or, you know, been to Alberta and back and all that stuff and everything. But I just keep it around here just so I can drive, you know, and there's enough work to go around. So
yeah,
it's nice. You know, usually leave after the gig and make it home. Time, sleep in my own bed.
That's right.
Except for here. I mean, you could have. It'd be like a long drive, though.
Well, I am going to tonight after Inverness show.
You're driving back?
Yeah, we're going to go back.
Cool.
All-nighter.
Yeah, no problem for us. Jeez. Yeah. Night riders. We can do it.
That's cool.
What's what have been some of your favorite gigs?
Favorite gigs?
Yeah. I heard a story about, I don't know who was telling me about this, and it could be bullshit. It wasn't Buddy Guy. It was You're playing a show opening for was it BB King? Did you open
for BB King? Yeah.
And then he came back and he's
no
like,
way.
"This is one of the best openers that I've had."
No, I don't think. No.
Hey man, I don't know. That's what I was told.
I didn't even meet him. It was a crazy circumstance there when I opened for him there, and my buddy had like run into a car who he was driving, and we had to get out of there, and so we were rushed out of there, kind of. And I didn't get to meet BB or anything, but we did open for him. Gotcha. I played with a lot of these guys, and I never met them. You know, like I opened for Buddy Guy a couple times, and never met him. Opened for Johnny Winter a couple times, never met him. I played with Jeff Healy on stage and never met him. I just, you know, because there's always all these people around these guys, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I just stay away, you know.
Yeah, I found it kind of weird. Well, I mean, you got to understand, you know, I mean, that scene too, when you get to a certain level, but Yeah.
I just leave them alone, let them have their space,
Yeah.
Because they're getting up there in age, and and I just, they've met everybody and stuff, and so I just, but I love these guys though,
That's incredibly humble.
Well, I just, because the old man had a lot of trouble with people hounding him, and like he was in a wheelchair in the end, and everyone would just be just right at him all the time and leaning on him, and it was just like, so I saw that, and like he needs some space,
right.
Sometimes when guys get older in wheelchairs and stuff, I just want to give them their space.
I think that's a respectful thing to give anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, space is good. It's good thing came out of this COVID thing is when you stand in the line at Sobeys or something, you don't have some guy breathing down your neck behind you, Like a little space is good.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
I get yelled at for being too close to people in the co-op.
Do you?
Yeah. I was like, I'm just trying to get these chips. Like, no.
Take a step back, sir.
Yeah, space is the place.
Yeah, it was weird when I first started hosting, like, booking artists for shows when I was living in Halifax. We did primarily like electronic and hip hop, and so it was interesting seeing the different types. Some guys would fly solo, some guys would fly with like 6 guys, and mostly hip hop artists would travel with all their friends, their bouncer, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, coming to Halifax, it's not like going to a New York or a big city, right? So
that's right.
You walk down the street in Halifax and people aren't going to just hound you, right? So we had it went from the whole spectrum, just seeing how they lived on the road, like guys being on tour for like months on end. And we did a Pusha T one time, which was pretty cool. He's a hip hop artist, and he took over for, I think, Good Music, which was, I think that's Kanye's label, I think, or something. And he's Def Jam, head of Def Jam now. Anyways, his team was like on a strict regimen diet. They're all vegetarian. They're bouncer, and they traveled with a trainer. The bouncer was like 6'8", biggest dude I've ever seen in my life. And we were at the Argyle for dinner, and Quake Matthews from Fairview.
Yeah,
I think Quake was opening, and he said, I want to come meet him. And I'm like, okay, we're having dinner. I'll tell him that the opener's coming for dinner or whatever. And he came around the corner, and the bouncer stood up, and I thought there was going to be a brawl, man. Bouncer just like, soon as he saw Quake, he was happy. He was like, we're joking around, having fun, eating dinner. And as soon as he saw somebody he didn't know, man, buddy stood up, and he just was like a bear. And Quake was like shaking. He's like, I'm just Quake.
He was quaking.
Yeah. Quaking. But yeah, it's been in. But then you see the other end of the spectrum where guys come in and they literally party until like we put them on the plane the next morning, or they miss their flight. And I'm like, how can you guys stay and do this consistently?
Everybody's different.
That's right.
Then maybe they had some to deal with a stalker or something, or maybe somebody tried to stab them or something one time.
Yeah.
So you never know where people are coming from. But hopefully I don't have to worry about that. Maybe I do.
I don't know. Everybody was pretty smitten with you here last night.
Well, geez, I couldn't tell. I was just closing my eyes, trying to get through the gig. You did great sound, though, Canary. That was good, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
We're going to do it again tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annex.
The Annex.
Yeah.
I enjoy my job a lot.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
Did you go to sound school, did you? Or?
No, I've been a musician and been doing that sort of stuff for, 15 years or something.
Cool.
So,
well, that's good, man.
And I have a lot of friends and a lot of colleagues who have been very patient with me. And I think that's like, one of the best learning experiences is learning from a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you got to learn from your mistakes and try different things. And, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Lord knows we all make mistakes.
Oh, God. Tell me. Yeah.
We good? You good?
I think we're all right.
Yeah, that was all right. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Quick see, it's not too painful, right?
Sorry I had to go through that there, babe. Okay.
Well, we got a couple other concerts coming up this summer.
Yep. We mentioned it before, Big Country and Big Country and Lookout Tower. Yeah. Coming here on the 29th. That's sale now. And then we got a barbecue with the Island Sauce. So big old Kev T.
Yeah. Former podcast guest.
Yeah.
Brian Picard, former podcast guest.
Yeah. Kev T's a little wild, though. Kev T's got a little wild.
Oh, that's exciting. Maybe we'll do one with Kev T again.
Garrett, what about you? Upcoming shows?
Upcoming shows.
PEI.
Annex tonight.
Lord knows what. I don't know.
PEI on Monday.
Yeah, PEI Monday.
Beerley's
Tuesday.
New Scotland
Friday.
Cool.
And who knows what's going on after
and
that.
Check
There's a bunch of gigs.
Check the smoke signals for the rest.
That's right.
That's
I'll
all right.
send out a little pigeon with a note on its leg there.
Awesome. Well, listen, man. Thanks a lot for coming in and doing
My
this.
pleasure. This place is great.
Great.
And I love it. Just feel honored to be able to come here. So thank you.
We'll see you
guys.
next Canada Day.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
we'll do the fucking festival I pitched you last year, maybe.
I like the sound of that. You got the barn ready?
Oh, fuck, man. I'm trying to get a barn.
Yeah, you're trying to get a barn.
Well, I'm just trying to get it's trying to salvage a barn for my aunt and uncle. The same
Yeah.
probably one I told you last year. So they haven't made their mind up yet, but I'm working them, cutting them
That'd
down.
be cool, man. That would be really cool.
We're gonna tear it down and then rebuild it here. So it's like a 100-and-some-year-old massive barn.
Oh, man, that would be...
Kind of like there's a venue in, Rankin McGinnis?
Yeah, a little
Party
bit.
Boots guy?
Not too much.
They do, what's it? Big Bell Farm?
Big Bell
Big
Farm.
Bell Farm in Mabu.
Mabu, yeah.
Yeah, they've it's literally an old barn that they turn into a music venue. And so he does Blueberry Jam, which happens every year in August. I think it's the first weekend in August, and then he does a fall one. And that venue is like, I've never actually been because it's the height of the summer, so I'm never there. But I see videos and pictures of it, and it's like in the fall, I believe they go inside, so they have the whole place gutted, and you get up where the haymows used to be, and you look down, and they've they throw a massive festival there in August.
They like to have a good time in Mabu.
Yeah, so does Rankin, I think.
I played at the Legion there a long time ago now, and we played for like 3.5 hours straight.
Believe
We
that.
never even stopped. And the drummer got a little pissed off because he was doing a lot of
My arms are
heavy
falling
lifting.
off here.
yeah. So he went out and had a smoke, and I said, "Anybody want to get up and play drums?" I just wanted to keep it going. I don't know. I was going crazy at the time, just trying to see how long I could play for. And this girl got up and played drums, and she was a waitress at the Father's Mustache in Halifax. And she got up and played drums, And I don't think she ever played drums before, but we did it anyway. We kept the show going.
That's great.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a fun time.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thanks for coming in, and we'll see you on the next pod.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay, I want to thank Garrett for agreeing to do this podcast with us, and thanks to everybody who showed up for the season opener this year. It was a blast. It was over 100 people there, hanging out in the hill, listening to great music, eating great food. Again, we have another concert coming up this Sunday with Lookout Tower and Big Country Ramblers. We'll see everybody there, and we'll see you on the next pod whenever we get to it. Anyways, thanks for listening. See you later.
Gotta get out on the highway. I feel like going away. Yes, I gotta get out on the highway. Ooh, feel like running away. Every time I think about leaving, that's what makes me stay. Well, I got a good thing going. Don't mind hanging around. Yes, I got a good girl now. Ooh, don't mind hanging around. I can't stay forever, but I don't want to let her down.